By a show of hands, how many of you have tattoos? I myself have 5. This topic should be important to you because if you don't have one already, there's a good chance that you will have one at some point. To illustrate this, we will look at the history of tattooing in America, who was getting them and why. Tattooing in America started back in the 1800s with sailors who had gone to Polynesian islands and brought back the tattoos and tattooing materials and methods with them. It was mostly sailors at that time getting tattoos. And they were getting tattoos of places that they'd been and things to ward off evil like their crosses and things to keep the evil spirits away. Tattoo artists then began setting up around battlefields in the Civil War. The soldiers were getting tattoos of their names and their rank to identify them if they were lost in battle or if they were killed. And then they eventually moved on to, after the war, glorifying their victories. They also did this after World War II. People came home, and by this time they had color in the ink, and they could get more detailed and prettier patriotic tattoos to symbolize their victories in battle again. In the 70s, people used it more as a form of self-expression. And they could get more detailed and colorful tattoos back then. It was mostly men that were getting tattoos before that. But in the 70s it really came out. More women were getting tattoos. And that's when the body sleeves and things like that came out. It didn't really reach popularity until outside of the military until about that time. Nowadays, it's more of a form of self-expression, and people get tattoos for random reasons. More people today regret getting their tattoos because they're of someone's name, and they're not with that someone anymore. So, according to a poll on tattoos written by Alan Zuckerman, 15% of men and 13% of women in the United States have tattoos, but 30% of college graduates in the United States have tattoos. So if you don't already have one, probably by the time you graduate you will. Thank you.